Okay friends, now we are moving towards chapter 2. Chapter 2 is about variables for a string. So first of all, I want to explain what is variable for a string. Variable is basically a placeholder where we can store changeable values, right? Whenever we store any value, it saves in memory. With the help of variable, we can change the value. Please memorize the following fact here. I'm following basically the book, and the link of book is given in the description below, so you can download that book, and one by one I'll teach every chapter to you people, and with the practice as well. So first let's have a brief introduction about what is variable, then we will move towards our practice session. Okay, now that you have memorized exactly my name is Mark, my nationality is US, it's basically a statement. So where we are storing a statement, we can store statements in a variable. Here you can see the term my name and my nationality work the same with Python variable. It's definitely a variable. Mark is another variable. So one by one we will store the variable. Here you can see name. What is name? Name here is a variable, and mark is assigned value, which I have assigned that to name. You can assign your name definitely as well. Whatever your value is, you can assign to that variable. Further, what's written in book, I'm not gonna go very deep, just I want to take you people with the book and with examples, so that will be more clear to you. Here I in previous lecture I've taught you about the print statement. If you didn't watch the video, so please do go back and watch the print statement, so that will be more clear to you. Further, name is assigned to mark, and as a variable, and in print function the name is assigned, and you can watch the output here by the name mark. Now name has changed, name is Ace. Now the Python is very flexible, so without keeping mark in memory, it will update Ace in memory. Now you can see name is equals to Ace, and after print statement Ace is printed. A variable can have many number of values, but only one at a time. You can assign only one value at a time. You can't do that by assigning name is equals to Ace, name is equals to Ace. That is gonna be an error. Python variable name have no inherent meaning to Python. In English word have meaning. You can't use just any word to communication. Definitely you can write my name is Mark and I am from USA. You can assign definitely mark to two variable as well, like flogly is equals to mark and name is equals to mark. So if you print flogly, it's gonna print mark, and if you write name, it's also gonna print mark here. Now within limits, you can name variable anything you want, and Python won't care. You can use inverted commas for a string definitely. Here they are saying that if it is an alphabet, letter or words, and it is enclosed in quotes, and it's in a keywords, that has special meaning for Python, like print. In my print lecture I explained you that what is the meaning of these blank space and where we can use these blank space and what are these signatures. So there is a complete detail in the previous lecture, so do go back. Thanks is equals to thanks for your input. Print thanks. Now it's gonna print your input. You can mention your country of origin, whatever you want to print, so you can add in that variable. Now it's another chapter is started. Now friends, let's move towards our programming session. Okay friends, now let's move towards new file, and you have to click file, new notebook, and then Python 3. Again use by the name of variable. Now name is changed. Now let's see name is equals to, you can write any name, explore it and then run. Okay friends, now use print and then name. Now run. Explore it is here. So there are many things in print variable statement which I want to teach you one by one. I'll teach you each and everything. First thing is that what is name. Name here is a variable. You can assign any variable name, like I'm using name is equals to explore it. You can use your name. So one thing more is name, like no, not name, but here roll number is equals to 42. Now let's print roll number, run it. Here they are showing me an error. Why there is error? Because what I am doing is roll number invalid syntax. It's invalid syntax. It's good. If we are committing a mistake, that means that we are learning. Now let's check what is the mistake. Okay friends, as we know that roll number is an 42 is basically an integer, so with integer we are not using any decimal point. Okay, now let's print and let's check the output. Let's run again out. Okay friends, there was a what we are comment that roll number is equals to 42, print roll number. Now let's run and check the output. It's 42. Now what I want to explain you what was the mistake which I was commit, right? Which I committed. Roll number. Here what I have done is here I use a number no, right? And here I'm in output no. What is the difference? As I told you, it's case sensitive language. In case sensitive language, just because of capital or small o, there was an error. Now what was second error? My roll number, I need to write it with underscore because it's case sensitive language. It's not understanding here that what is roll and what is number. But if I use here underscore, so it's definitely showing me the correct value, right? So errors are good. If in programming there is a one best thing is that to show that how you are learning. If you are committing a mistake means that you are learning. Now let's move towards something new about variables. I'm using name is equals to explore. Second underscore name is equals to it. You can see it was black, which wasn't correct. Okay, it explore it, right? Now what I'm going to do is print name plus second name. That's what it's showing me. Okay, print name plus second name. Why I'm using plus sign here? Plus sign is for concatenation. It will concatenate. Let's check the output. It's showing error. what is saying that name is equals to explore out second name is not defined. There was an error definitely. In second, here I am using S capital and here it's I'm using S small. Let's copy it and again paste it. Let's paste it and let's correct S. Let's run it again. Now explore it. You can check that how case sensitive the programming of Python is. Okay, now let's, what I'm going to do is num1 equals to 42, num2 equals to 24. What I'm going to sum is equals to num1 plus num2. Here it's not gonna concatenate it, it's gonna do a magic. Let's check sum. It has added that because it's understand that here we are using plus sign for concatenation because of string character. Here I am using in double comma, but here I'm not using it. Understand that it's an integer value. In an integer value, if we are using plus sign, means that it's it's plus. Okay, further we will study more operators about minus, multiplication, division in when we will come towards operator. But till here for assigning the variable it's enough. Now let's move towards the further detail. Okay friends, let's talk about operators in the same value. As I told you, number one, number two, and if we add that it's plus. So what I'm going to explain you here is operators. And in operators, how many operators we are going to study today is plus, minus, multiplication, division, and what is the meaning of double slash. Okay, that's gonna be very interesting. So I'm going to take the student 1 equals to its score. Okay, student 1 is equals to 100, student 2 equals to 200. Now total equals to student 1 plus student 2. Let's print total and let's run. It's 300. Now let's copy the same code for multiplication and division. In division we have something new, so which I'll explain you at the same time. Let's just what I have done is just I've changed the sign. It's showing me minus 100 because it's obvious, it's the rule of math. If you sign the bigger value minus the bigger value from the smaller value, it's gonna give a value of negative. Okay, now again let's, and what if I use single slash, what's showing me 0.5. Single slash is for floating point value. Okay, where screen has gone. Okay, for floating point. Now if I use double slash, let's check what it's showing me, and let's divide 100 by 100. It's showing me 1 because double slash is for integer value. Now friends, one thing more about operator I want to tell you, that if I use 10 plus 20, let's run, it's also performing the same function. Okay, like the matter, and control V. If I here use the sign of minus and I minus 10 from 10, let's print. Okay, it's 0 obviously. So friends, this is all for variables and for operators. I hope it's clear. I have explained you about each and everything of operator. Let's have a review for that, what we have learned today. We learned how to initialize a variable. We have committed a mistake to know about how to correct a mistake. Then we learned about integer value for variables. Then we learn about floating point. We learn about another interesting feature of Python is type. How can we know about the type of any variable? Then we learn about how can we concatenate definitely. Then we came towards the operator. Operator is another one of the interesting feature for Python, like another programming language for addition, subtraction, and definitely when we'll go deep, it will have a lot of functionality as well. We learned about all the operators. I hope till here each and everything is clear to you. If something is unclear, do comment me and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.